All right, what's up, everybody? You got Arrows here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I just want to go over a few ideas that I've had about, how what Blizzard can do to improve Diablo 4 like immediately. So if you haven't been paying attention, Season of Blood is the season 2 for Diablo 4 was announced a couple days ago. It'll be starting October 17th. So season 1 is going to end, and then bam, season 2 is going to start. It's the campaign. You're going to be following this vampire hunter, going after these bad vampires. You're going to get vampiric powers. I don't know what it is. I'm not really going to speculate about all of that. I mean, it sounds fine. The cinematic was really cool. I mean, it looked awesome, but we all know by now that shit that looks awesome doesn't always turn out to be awesome. But some of the key features that I do want to touch on, I think are really good, is that they're doing, some gym management, whether that's a gym tab or gyms just sort of popping up like maybe like your crafting material would or like a currency would. Either way, it's not going to take up your inventory space, so that's good. Renown removed. That's awesome. That's really good. Search bar's getting added, which is way overdue. Should have had a search bar from the get-go. Elemental damage resistances have been fixed. They say reworked. I'm gonna say they were fixed. I mean, through all the betas, the launch, season 1, like everybody knows these things just simply aren't working. So they're working, or will be working for season 2. We'll see. And they're gonna do some power balances with vulnerable, overpower, and crit, which, okay, we'll see. If it nerfs vulnerable to the ground and then overpowers not, performing like at that level that vulnerable is right now, that's going to be bad. So hopefully they didn't just like brick a bunch of builds and now everyone's back to square one and feeling like shit again. We'll see. It it could be good if overpower and vulnerable become this thing where, like, where if you decide to go like focus on overpower or decide to focus on vulnerable and they're both like comparably strong, that's okay. I'm okay with that, but we'll see. All right, so with some of the problems, like real quick, season 1, let's get into what the content is for season 1. It's leveling to 100. That's the season theme. Sure, there's the malignant tunnels, whatever. That is simply, you do that until you get your barber, and then that's it. That's the end of the malignant tunnel bullshit. That's it. Get a barber. You're done with that. The barber's so fucking overpowered that it's not even a choice. They're like, you get the barber and then you win. That's it. So the season 1 theme is get to level 100, and it's not fun. And so okay, so season 2 this vampire stuff, hopefully it's engaging, and hopefully it's something that is actually like meaningful in the end game, because that doesn't exist right now. So leveling should not be the bulk of a season. Moving forward, you gotta boost XP, and the players have been saying this since launch, and it's like a little bit here, a little bit there. Oh, but first we're going to nerf some of the most efficient XP instead of like bringing other content up past the shit that players were doing at launch. You nerf the XP. Okay, got it. So now you're just intentionally wasting people's time because there's no content. Okay, got it. Well, what can we do to fix that? 1, add content. And I will tell you, like, some of the things that Blizzard can do right now to make this game more rewarding and more enjoyable. 1, boost XP. It shouldn't take a fucking month and a half to hit level 100, but
I'm not ready yet.
Also boost the rewards. The Tree of Whispers, the World Boss, the Legion events, the Nightmare Dungeon completions, the Hellfire chests, like, boost the rewards. Like, all of those things, besides the Nightmare Dungeons, should be more rewarding than completing a Nightmare Dungeon, because they're all gated by time. So if you want to add rewarding content right now, without making like major changes to the base game itself. When a Legion event ends, immediately pop up the next Legion event and start the timer. When a Hellfire event ends, immediately start the next zone for Hellfire. World bosses every hour. Oh damn, I missed the noon world boss. Okay, well at 1 o'clock I'm gonna make sure I hit that one, and then make the caches like fucking rewarding. So I'm not opening a world boss cache that has 1 pair of sacred gloves in it that I can only get once a week. Like, why can I only get that reward once a week when it's so shitty? The season journey, I hit level 100, open up the season journey cache, you know, the one that's on like orange letters saying like, oh, this is gonna be like a legendary cache. It was full of dog shit. Like, that feels bad to hit level 100 and get a tenth of the value that I would have got from running one more nightmare dungeon. Like, that doesn't make sense. So make that content more rewarding, and make that content repeatable. If I wanted to log in for 4 hours and run from Legion event to Legion event to Legion event, I should be able to do that if I want to, but people can't, one, because they're all time gated, and again, they're not rewarding. So people are just going to the nightmare dungeons because I'm fighting lots of elite packs that are dropping, you know, ancestral yellows. They're dropping my legendary affixes that I need, and I get to you know, level up my glyphs. And if you only want to like lock the glyph leveling to nightmare dungeons, that's fine, but I shouldn't have to do so goddamn many of them to like level my glyphs. So that's 1 star. And then in season 2, the Uber bosses need to drop rewards, not just give you like a title. And then when you're completing this content, like, there needs to be rewards. Like, one of the coolest things in like World of Warcraft, like for example, if you're like raiding Ice Crown Citadel, you're earning reputation for the Ashen Verdict, and then when your reputation is exalted, you could go buy, you know, the tabard of the Ashen Verdict. And now like when you're running around in the open world and people see that tabard of the Ashen Verdict, they're like, oh shit, that guy, you know, he's been put a lot of work into Ice Crown Citadel. Like, how come I'm not getting like a mount trophy for killing Uber Lilith, or, you know, some sort of like armor set or a banner for completing a level 100 nightmare dungeon? It's like, moving forward, like those like brag boards and that type of stuff, like that, like that's an easy thing you could do that's going to make this whole experience like more enjoyable for people. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of all I got about it. Like, the game, it's where it's at, is what it is. If you're still playing, I mean, that's cool. And if you're still having fun, like, I'm really glad that like it's fun. But once you hit level 100, like, the fun's over. Like, there's really, you just play with your friends, and that's fine too. Like, I'm not going to tell you like what you can and can't enjoy about gaming, but I do like hope to provide like, you know, feedback that's like useful moving forward. Though that's all I got today. Thanks for hanging out. If you're still here, please consider subscribing. You know, like the video if you like the content, and you know, if you don't, like, just say like what you think too in the comments. Like, engage in this, so, you know, hopefully get the word out to Blizzard, and hopefully they'll start listening. All right, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see y'all next time.